The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.
This is Denise Nostrom, CEO and founder of Diversified Financial Solutions. Now more than ever, investment advice is needed. Not just where best to invest your money, but why. Are you investing for your future retirement? Are you retired and looking to maximize your income? Are you maximizing your income and concerned with leaving money for your loved ones? Are you investing for your retirement at the same time saving for your children's education and at the same time saving to buy another home? Are the markets in line with your goals? Are your goals ever changing? Please contact me at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691, or visit us at diversifiedfinancial.biz. For over 25 years, I have been helping individuals, families, and business owners navigate through all market conditions with only one goal in mind, my clients. Visit me at diversifiedfinancial.biz or call Denise Nostrom, founder of Diversified Financial Solutions, at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691 for a conversation about my most important client, you. TGIF. Oh my God, we made it through this week. And boy, was it a doozy, right? I don't know on so many levels, but all I'm going to say is that they say March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. I'm not sure about that, because I think we may have to change the weather proverb to say March showers bring April flowers. Am I right? I mean, I am not sad about the rain because each raindrop gets rid of the snow. Although I'll be honest with you, in many places the snow is gone, but not here at the airport in the parking lots, right? Zach, you still got your mountain? Would you call it the
Great Snow Mountain at MacArthur, I think. Right?
That was exactly what you said. And I have one as well. So in the parking lot that I park in, maybe you can fit two cars. So, yeah, we I don't know when. What would we say, June? No, May. I think May was when we think those will be gone.
I think the rain put a dent in the big mountain. It looks maybe a little, but it's still gigantic.
It's really big. Well, I thought I'd be in a better shape, but no, it was bad. Okay, but of course now we've got the weekly countdown. 15 days until spring.
Oh, we're almost there.
Oh, man, this is good stuff. It's good stuff. I actually, if you're on Facebook Live, I actually have a spring shirt, even short sleeve, because I'm ready. I'm so ready. So it's been a longer than usual winter because the first snowfall occurred. I had to look all this up because I knew that I felt this had been going on for way too long. The first snowfall did occur in December. And it was December 2nd. So it wasn't there wasn't a lot of snow, but we had snow on December 2nd. Then we had snow again on December 13th to the 14th. That was a notable accumulation between 5 and 8 inches. And then again on December 26th to the 27th, right after the holidays, where we got around another 8 inches. So we've been pummeled, and that's not even talking about the 26, and God only knows how much we had between all the storms that we had in February and I don't even want to go there. But anyway, we're in good place. I can pretty safely say that we've had our fill of winter this particular year. So thank you for tuning in to the Financial Chick Show today. I'm your host, Denise Nostrom, the CEO and owner of Diversified Financial Solutions. Your Financial Chick is here to help you make better financial decisions and choices to improve your life and reduce your anxiety and stress about money. Stay tuned today because I know it's been a week, although I haven't heard from anybody, so I'm really proud of my clients. But yeah, it's been quite a volatile week. We're going to unpack a bunch of stuff and give you some hope and happiness, so that's good. But if you want to learn more about me and my firm, you can check out the website at financialchickshow.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram at Diversified Financial Solutions, so like our pages to get updates and see what is happening. So in that whole vein, how are you holding up? Really, I mean, I say that because I don't know, just it's been quite the busy week. There's so much information, so much data, so much noise. There's so much noise. And in hearing from my clients this week, I don't think you're all doing okay. It's just, everybody's really having a hard time. And we just have to kind of sit back and, we'll say, well, really, are any of us doing okay? We're living in interesting times and the news comes quick and fast. And, in some cases, sometimes the news comes in the morning and by the afternoon, it's different news because the story that they reported earlier in their day really wasn't wrong or they had to redact it. So, just try to keep your composure, be informed, but be critical of the information that you hear and that you're getting from all the various news outlets. So we're going to talk more about that. We'll talk about the market, some things of why this is happening, where we should go, what changes do we need to make. But I have some news for all of you. This is going to be my last show. My last half-hour show. See, I got you. It wasn't even April Fool's yet, right? That's crazy. But anyway, so you asked, I answered, starting next Friday, March 13th, which is Friday the 13th, because I like to do things in the most absurd way, because that's how I roll. I'm going to be coming to you live for 1 full hour. Yes, the show will start at 5 p.m. Oh, Zach, thank you. See, my fans are, the crowd's going wild. So the show is going to start at 5 p.m. and run until 6 p.m. So make sure you jump on a half an hour earlier to catch the entire show. How exciting is that? 5.5 years ago, I would have never dreamed that I would actually even have a radio show. Now I'm going from a half an hour to an hour. But a huge thank you to John Caracciolo, JVC Broadcasting, and LA News Radio for this awesome opportunity to share with my community, to give you information, to have business owners on. I mean, we have so many things planned. I'm so excited. And we may be affiliated with a really big company as well. So we have some exciting news there, but we're going to keep that under wraps just about for now. But it would not happen without the help of so many people here that help me make my show the show that it is. My account manager, Donna DiBiase, the LA News Radio Operations Manager, Joe Edelman, Mikey in the back office that always sends me my show every single week. And of course, my favorite, my awesome engineer, Zach. So, as
a gift for going an hour, next week I'll get you sunlight because it'll be light when we leave.
Oh my God, that's right. Well, little fun fact too. So right before I left the office, it was actually 4:44. I happened to look because we had a power surge and I'm writing my notes. I have to have a little bit of notes just to kind of keep myself on track because my head's going in 19 different directions at all times. Can anybody relate to that? So I'm writing and then I need to print it out and the lights just went out. I hear Mike, my assistant, the words he said I can't say on the radio, but he was in the middle of something and it just went out. And that was something I wanted to put on there, that we have daylight savings time. So see all the good news. So, we're riddled with interesting news, but there is a lot of good things to look forward to. So this Saturday, you got to set back the clocks. So anyway, so back to my whole thing. So my Zach, you're the best, and he's always keeping me on track. And there's just so many people that make this happen. So I cannot do this by myself. So I thank all of you. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in, whether it's on Facebook Live or you're listening on the radio or you're listening from your computer or your cell phone. I'm going to be with all of you for an hour. So I think some people will be happy. Maybe some won't. But anyway, it is what it is, and it's going to happen next Friday. So the world is spinning out of control, but each week we're together. We try to sift through the drama and try to make things a little bit more palatable and understandable because, clients sometimes will give me a call at the office and say, I just heard this. And I'm like, all right, listen, I try to talk them off the ledge or try to explain it more because sometimes we hear things, we all have perception, right? We hear a certain thing and some of us may take it as a positive thing. Some of us may take it as a negative thing. The bottom line, what I've found in working with my clients is that not everything pertains to you. And that's not a bad or good thing. That's, it is what it is. So you might have heard some information and first find out if it's going to affect you. You may be getting upset for something that's not even going to be important. So that's what we got going on there. But, there's a lot of stuff going on, like I said, on the world stage. The other part of this and doing this almost 30 years, this March, these things have happened before. We have had these things happen forever, and none of this is new. So we're going to see history constantly repeat itself, and that's just the way it is. And we just have to sit back, evaluate, no knee jerk. Like I said, I'm glad I have heard from nobody this week, really, which is exactly what we always talk about when you sit down with me for the first time. I set the stage. This is what it's going to look like. This is how you should react. We have things in control. If the world is going to implode, I'll give you a call. Actually, we just zapped out an email to all of our clients, which I'm going to read the letter to you, so you're going to get an insight to this as well, of things that have happened and how you should react. And so on the other half of the show, we're going to talk about some solutions, right? So you may say, that's great. I shouldn't call. I shouldn't do anything. But, what should I be thinking about at this point? So we're going to put that into your psyche. But one thing, before we go into the break, my dog, for those of you that you don't know, my dog is a rescue, and she's also the office mascot, Little Winnie. So today is her birthday. Now, it's not really her birthday that we know of. We made her birthday because she's a rescue, and we really didn't know. But today, March 6th, is Little Winnie, the office mascot's fifth birthday. So we're going to give her cookies and some soft food and all of that when we go home. So I feel bad. It's been such a busy day of work today, and we really haven't given her the attention she deserves. So, but that's what we got going on. But you were listening to the Financial Chick Show. This is Denise Nostrom. My company is Diversified Financial Solutions. I look for financial solutions when you feel like there are none. So feel free to contact me at 631-758-8691, or you can call. You can go to my website at financialchickshow.com. There's videos on there. If you have you want to come in for a consultation, you can drop your name and information, and we will get back to you. But stay tuned after the break, because there's so much more to help you work through this craziness in the world. Welcome back. This is Denise Nostrom, the Financial Chick. My company's in Medford, and you can reach me at 631-758-8691 or visit my website at financialchickshow.com. I'm here to help you on your financial journey. Over the years, things change, and I'm here to help you navigate all those changes. So, like we were talking about before the break, I'm very blessed in this business that everybody can listen to the news. You see in Fox, all of the MSNBC. I don't even know, MS Now, whatever the heck they're called. But I have access to portfolio managers and companies and all of these different organizations that fast track us information that we can disseminate to our clients, which is a wonderful thing. So, I want to share something with you. So today we had a letter that we blasted out to all of our clients to keep them in the know as to what's going on and what's happening. So it's actually called What's Happening in the Markets and What It Means for You. So you've likely been following the headlines, which I'm sure you are, about the military conflict in the Middle East. And we wanted to reach out to you. Well, I'm going to reach out to you today to share our perspective on what it means for your portfolio. So here's what's happening. The escalation of military operations in the Middle East has introduced new uncertainty into global markets, with oil prices climbing in response. The primary concern centers on the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow waterway off Iran's coast through which roughly 20% of the world's daily oil supply flows. Any sustained disruption there could push energy costs higher, which might unsettle the markets and could trickle down to consumer prices. So here's what it means to you. Market volatility during geopolitical events is expected. We've seen situations like this before. Like I said, before I started this whole formalized thing from this organization, we've seen situations like this before, and markets adjust to the news over time. Your financial strategy was built to weather periods of uncertainty like this one. There are also some updates worth noting. OPEC Plus has announced it's prepared to increase oil production by 206,000 barrels per day starting in April. Global oil supply was already healthy heading into this event, with the International Energy Agency projecting global oil production of 2.4 million barrels per day in 2026. Major oil-producing nations in the Gulf also hold approximately 3.5 million barrels per day in spare capacity that can be brought online relatively quickly. So, what's our insight? So your portfolio reflects your goals and time horizon. So reacting to short-term headlines can be a mistake. History has shown time and time again that during periods of volatility, it's important to stay disciplined. We are monitoring this situation closely, and we're here for you. If you have any questions or simply want to talk things through, please don't hesitate to reach out. That's exactly what we're here for. So this is what we, zapped out to our clients. I think it's important to keep in touch. If your advisor hasn't, and you're concerned, definitely reach out to them or come work with us. But this is the important things is to make sure that you know when to roll and when not to roll. Now, I'm not saying to just keep everything pat and don't make any changes. We've already, and if you've been listening to the show, I've been talking about rebalancing, things that have been up 50%, 40%, 130%. Start taking some of those things out of those asset classes and putting them into things that haven't performed as well. And, it's counterintuitive to that sounds weird, right? Because people go, oh, that's doing 40%. That's the best one. I want to put more money in there. And I tell them no. And then they get aggravated, but I tell them why. The thing is that you want to buy things on sale. You don't want to buy things that are expensive. So we're in that rotation right now. So here are some things that you may want to take a look at. High quality fixed income or high quality bonds. While the fundamentals of the U.S. economy remain favorable, the risk of higher energy prices and the broadening conflict in the Middle East suggests an emphasis on higher quality and more resilient sectors. So we had a terrible bond market during the last administration with inflation that was at 9%, and then they had to move interest rates. So, they decimated the bond market, but everything is kind of cooled in that area. So, the worst case, bonds are going to do well or do better if rates go down. And interesting, the stuff that's going on right now, rates actually may go down. They were going back and forth on whether they're going to reduce rates, but now with all of these things that are happening, we may see a reduction in interest rates, and you're just going to see bonds do that much better. Another area that you want to go into is equities or stocks. Investors should continue to focus on quality and sustainable competitive advantages in the United States and elsewhere. Defense and aerospace stocks should continue to lead, while those being disrupted by AI are likely to see continued pain in the near term. The current Iran-driven dislocation is likely to provide an even more attractive entry point for already discounted valuations in non-U.S. stocks. So international, defense, aerospace, I did avoid, actually I've had clients call because they want to buy, so I've taught them so well, buy different things this week because things have been hit a while, and technology has been down for about 5-6 months. So, will it go down more? It could. Now, the one thing that I don't think any of us would have predicted was the fact that oil would go up so much. If anything, you have an administration that was very oil friendly, but meaning that oil would be less costly. So this is why people say they know everything, they know what's going to happen. They don't, because there's stuff that happens in the marketplace or things that happen in the world that are going to change things on a dime. So it's being nimble. None of that set it and forget it. I was just talking to a client, actually a prospect that was looking to come meet with me, and they said they haven't touched their 401k in like 25 years. I almost had a heart attack and fell off my seat. So that's not what you want to do, So this is the times where, you want to make those changes. Last place that you may want to take a look at. Now, this will not be in your retirement accounts. You don't want to put tax-free stuff in your retirement accounts. It's kind of counterintuitive. But if you have money on the outside, CDs, whatever the case may be, municipal bonds. As a U.S.-focused asset class, municipals are likely to be relatively insulated from the effects of the conflict. Further, revenue bonds are typically supported by revenue streams from essential public services such as transportation, utilities, healthcare, and education. So, been doing that in my office. We're ahead of the curve for months now, putting people into municipal bonds, especially since, it's a nice hedge to not have to pay federal and state taxes. So these are the areas that you want to start taking a look at. If you're not reviewing your portfolio, you should. I know it's tax time and everything's a little crazy. And one of my tax observations for this week with calls that I'm getting is, people are getting money back, more money back than they have in the past. So the big, beautiful bill's working. And, I told you this was going to happen. I wanted to kind of start getting some feedback, and my clients are great, and they call me, they tell me. This brings a lot of opportunity. Well, you've got some extra resources if you need it. You have money to invest now. You could pay down debt, student loans. Getting this extra money, don't waste it. make sure you appropriate it to things that goals and objectives that you wanted to do. Another thing you may want to change your withholdings, right? So maybe you need money on a monthly basis, a little bit more to pay that, that credit card bill or whatever the case may be. So there's a lot of opportunity. It looks like it's, a crazy time. And it is, but you know what? During the crazy times, this is when people do their best. This is when money's made. This is when you make good choices. Because there's two sides of the coin, right? When the market keeps going up, you're like, oh my God, when is the market going to go down? It's going to get hit. It's going to go down. It's going to go down. So we had a bit of a pullback. Here's your down market. The question mark is, will it go down further? Again, anything can happen. But what we do know is over time, the market always does go up and it will outpace cash or CDs or whatever the case may be. Got to have your cash reserve, but you have all those other options to get your retirement set, to get those children's education funds funded. So a lot of opportunity. But if you missed the first half, I just wanted to let you know that that this is my last half-hour show. You asked, I answered. Starting next Friday, March 13th, Friday the 13th, I will be coming to you live for 1 full hour. Yes, that's 1 full hour. So the show is going to start at 5 p.m. and run until 6 p.m. So make sure you jump on the half hour earlier to catch the entire show. You don't want to miss a thing. There's a lot of great stuff, especially with the world spinning. We want to unspin it, and we want to feel good on a Friday to go into our weekend strong. And don't forget, it is daylight savings time. So you got to set your clocks. Spring ahead. We got to spring ahead, and spring is soon going to be here. I mean, how can you hate it? We just got to get rid of the snow, and then we're going to be in good shape. But it's all looking up. And if you have questions, give a call to the office. I'm going to be honest, we're on a little bit of a craziness. It's very, very busy right now. But if we don't get a call right back, you will certainly get a call very quickly. So thank you for tuning in. Again, happy birthday to my little puppy, Winnie. And remember to do better, be better. Take care for now. And I look forward to being with you for 1 hour next week. And may the market be with you.
Advisory services offered through Blackridge Asset Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities are offered through Peak Brokerage Services, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. Blackridge Asset Management and Diversified Financial Solutions are separate and independent entities from Peak Brokerage Services.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.